Hey guys, it is Snake here. I'm back for another day of Total War Warhammer 2. We have finished our previous campaign, so it is time for us to start a new one.
We must preserve this world.
Bring me to my men.
Karl Franz. Fuck yeah. I'm not gonna play on hard, just because it's already difficult enough and it's huge. I don't need it to be any larger than it already is. We got this badass art of Balthazar Gelt here, casting a spell at a zombie horde. So, the Empire is a really bitchin' faction in my opinion. It's based off of medieval Germany. The Holy Roman Empire is what it was called back in the day. Basically it's just filled with Gothic architecture and badass German dudes.
Sire. Yet the fight to secure your rule has only just begun. The Empire is beset by civil war once more. Secessionists hostile to your election as Emperor are trying to form a breakaway province to the south. Advance, crush them, and bring the lands back to your sovereign rule. To the north, Boris Todbringer of Middenheim, a bitter rival in the recent election, is openly hostile. A clash with Todbringer and the wolves of Middenland may well be unavoidable if you wish to unify the Empire. Plan for this eventuality. The Empire has ever been besieged by foes, but you are a Prince of Altdorf. Greatness runs in your very blood. Make the Heldenhammer proud.
Alright, so you might have noticed that it talked about a greenskin incursion in the beginning of that. That's actually a prequel thing that you're able to do in Total War Warhammer 1 if you play as the Empire. They actually don't have that option here in the second game, oddly enough. But that's okay. And you'll also notice that the UI is vastly different from what it was when I was playing as the Tomb Kings. I think I'm going to actually play this one out. Show good old Karl Franz. So in this campaign, they pretty much state that Karl was just elected Emperor of the Empire. So it's kind of one of those things where he has to wrestle all of the other elector counts and people who have control over the Empire and slowly take it back from them. And you're able to do things like confederations and shit like that, so you're able to actually diplomatize people, so that's good. Unlike the Tomb Kings.
Crossbowmen! We are ready!
There we go. So, you definitely saw the Empire several times in my playthrough of Court of Liberas. So, nothing really new here, just a bunch of dudes. Some of them have spears, some of them have halberds, some of them have guns. And there's good old Karl right there in his badass armor with the Warhammer. Galmaraz. Had a brain fart there. And then we have some Reiksguard Knights here. And that's pretty much what we're given to work with in the beginning of the campaign. So they're actually going to start by moving up and attacking me, so I don't really have to move or do anything, so that's good. I'm just going to chill out here. I will get my Reiksguard off to the side, though, so that they can do a good flanking charge.
I see Wilbur brings his weapon to bear. How long has that rested on his mantle?
Well, it must not have rested on his mantle that long. I mean, he was just elected Emperor within the same turn as right now. So, the crossbowmen have opened fire, and there's the gunners. I love the animation for the guns. You can see the smoke, the flare, everything when they shoot.
The Empire endures! Sigma exalted!
It's always entertaining blowing them up.
Swordsmen! Halberdiers! My subjects call! Reichsguard Knights! The Die, traitor!
There's Karl going up against their general. Mono e mono.
To me, man!
Yeah, got him running away like a bitch.
War! Battle and blood await!
Now that's a badass emperor right there. Most emperors in our world were just cowards. They sat on their throne all day. And to be honest, in the lore of this game, most emperors were like that too. But very seldomly, you'd get an emperor like Karl Franz here, who's a total bamf. He's a genius with military tactics, able to unify the provinces right before the major storms of Archaon that brought about the end times. They actually stood a good chance of defending the world if it wasn't for the treachery of Nagash and Manfred von Karstein. Alright, the cavalry's set to hit their general before he can get back.
Ready!
Karl's killed 23 people all by himself already. That's what happens when you have the most badass magical weapon in the game. Well, I guess I don't have it yet. I'm gonna get a quest battle to get it for realsies.
Reichsguard Knights!
Riding down their general and just massacring him.
Soldiers of the Empire! Spearmen! For the Warhammer! Halberdiers! Sigma! Ulrich's wrath on them! Karl Franz!
So none of my Reichsguard died, but they got 62 kills. They did great at routing the archers and everything.
Run!
We'll speed this up. Let them get ridden down. That's what you get for being horrid, wretched separatists. No one likes a separatist. You thought you were gonna get away? Well, too bad. There we go. We got their entire army except for their archers. Well, their crossbowmen. 120 kills, and I don't think they really suffered that many losses, that unit of swordsmen. They did badass. For pretty much a low-tier unit, that's really good. 210 on the Reichsguard Knights, that's not bad. And Karl took out 39 guys. Alright, so right now I can either execute them, pardon them, or take them on as captives, which replenishes my army, which I'm gonna do.
Let's go. I command.
Yeah, Karl.
On march!
Start
I
recruiting
am
some
Franz.
guys.
They will obey.
We'll start with Free Company Militia. They actually count for the highest amongst the low-tier Empire units for auto-resolve victories. We are going to go in and get Lightning Strike really quick on Karl. I'd really like to get that ASAP. I know later on when Chaos starts spawning, they'll have like 7 or so armies each and every wave, so I want to make sure that I have a counter to that. Because otherwise, scary times could be upon me. Alright, and that's about all we can do this turn. Man, I wonder if his arms ever get tired whirling that thing around like that. That hammer has got to weigh at least 30-40 pounds. It's solid metal, so probably more actually. All of these factions. At least we don't have the 10-minute long Lothran turn yet. Oh, and he's running. He's not sticking around. He's like, fuck it, take Grunberg.
Bring me to my men. To war! Raise your weapons!
This is an obvious win. I'm not even going to play this one. And here, since this is part of Altdorf, I'm just going to settle it. No need to sack it or anything like that. If I sacked it, I'd just be hurting myself.
Your burgeoning realm grows, Your Eminence, yet many evils still abound in this world. The Empire remains divided, and marauding greenskins still threaten your lands. Further afield, there are rumors of a dark force rising in the east, spreading the taint of undeath. You must remain vigilant.
Oh, you mean these guys over here near Sylvania? They're spreading undead taint? No! I thought they were all about life over there. I mean, the name is Sylvania. I mean, it's not like we've had any place in real life that's had a name similar. Maybe with, like, just a few letters before. You know? Sylvania. Oh, shit. I love how quick everyone's turn is right now. I wish it would keep that throughout the rest of the game. Because it's like, yeah, you lose all the factions and you don't have to worry about seeing all the factions. The problem is that, like, the factions that are remaining have a 10-minute long turn. And it's like, shit. Well, I shouldn't say 10-minute long. It's more like a minute long. But still, that's a solid minute. It's on just one of them. Because it's got like 10 armies from one faction to control.
Summon the Elector Counts.
Okay, I think it's time to start diplomatizing with my peeps.
Only Sigmar's god Ulrich can judge it worthy or no.
Yeah, sure, why not? We'll do a defensive alliance and military access. Right. He seems pretty chummy. After him...
What?
By
Nordland.
Sigmar's will, come in peace.
So be it.
Always want Nordland.
Yes?
Welcome, my countrymen.
Very well. Who calls? What?
And then I like to
Welcome,
actually
my
buddy up with Middenheim here.
Affirmative?
It's kind of funny because in Mortal Empires, he's actually a lot more likely to do
Not likely.
deals with you than he is in the original game. He's a lot more friendly here than he normally is. I think that should be good. Alright. Enough diplomatizing. Oh, and I kind of goofed that. I should have recruited. Oh well.
Men, I will fight with you.
He will, I've seen it.
Yes, to unite the provinces.
There we go. We'll get those guys. And, yep, time to do the next turn. That's another reason why I live stream on normal campaigns. If I was playing on very hard and I forgot to recruit for one turn, I'd be going back on that save. That's not acceptable in those games. You gotta recruit. You gotta keep going. You gotta go like a goddamn freight train. You can't stop. Hans! You know you're in a German place when there's dudes named Hans.
Now,
I used to have a dog named Hans. It was a Rottweiler. Because they're German, get it?
into battle.
Oh, opportunity to intercept. Yes, I think I would like to do that. Let's do a quick save. We're going to want to murder this dude and his archers really quick and then get to his other armies. Ah, the Empire. You start off with a civil war happening. It's beautiful. Because these guys are all pissed off that you were elected emperor, and they're like, no, man, it should have been the other guy, Boris Todbringer. That's why their shit is all blue. So they all rose up to basically murder fucking Karl. Like a bunch of dicks.
Ulrich's wrath on them! Spearman!
There we go, that's kind of straight, I guess.
Yes, my lord!
Yeah, just go right there, yeah. That'll do.
Handgunners! Ready for war! We are Sigmar's heirs! Rexguard Knights!
Put them in the trees. Alright, I think that should be good.
Handgunners! Yes, at speed! Formation march!
Yeah, that'll be perfect.
Free company! Moving now! Ready for war! At speed!
Ah, Karl's got a healing potion already. I'm not sure if he starts with that. I don't think he does. This guy, he's an Arc Lector of Sigmar. In lore, there was only ever 2 Arc Lectors, I believe, that were beneath Volkmar the Grim. But in this game, there's like a shit ton of them. All these fucking rebel scum.
Militia! Go!
Take your positions.
We are better together! Any
the Free Company militia. They just look like random dudes, because that's kind of what they are. Just random badasses that live in the Empire that kind of just got recruited on a whim. They were given a sword and a hand pistol.
Free Company!
Yeah, I'll take some arrow fire for a few seconds here without sending any fire of my own back. Now you can see those pistols doing their job. And they're all on skirmish, so they're going to run away. But they're a lot lighter on their feet. They're just going uphill. Handgunner shooting.
Rexguard! Ah! I will not stand idle! War!
Well, Hans, you're already at half. What chance do you possibly stand against Karl?
Spearman! My Galmaraz! Militia! Moving! March as one! Moving out, sir! Ready to engage!
Can you just please, like, run over there? Stop.
For the Empire! Prepare for combat! Rexguard Knights! Go!
Rexguard got bogged down here.
We obey.
Let's pull him out.
Moving now! Militia! Powder dry!
There we go, this'll work.
Free Company! Militia! We obey! Ready to engage! Heading up! No lingering! Karl Franz! To arms, men! We serve friends! Free Company! All ranks fire! Run! All ranks take!
Murder them.
The Empire endures! My rule is absolute!
We'll hit Karl with that healing potion.
Call. Die, traitor! The ground quakes!
And these knights are poking at some crossbowmen.
Free Company! Swordsmen! Free Company! Scarier protects us! Prepare
Let's
for
get these guys in, huh?
For the twin-tailed comet! Militia! Die, traitor! Ready to engage! Fight, men! Fight for our right to charge!
Those guys got caught. Whatever.
Rexguard Knights! Let no lingering! Take the ground! For France! Free Company! Shoot them! Now!
Getting shot in the back.
Hold off!
Karl's killed 47 people now.
For hell
In this battle, anyway.
We will kill them all! Free Company! yours! Get them! Swordsmen! Quick march! Rexguard Knights! Sigma! To me, men! Charge! Die, traitor!
Oh, damn, you getting shot, too.
Demands blood! Sigma preservers! Ulrich's teeth! Retreat!
And they're running. And this was a siege battle, so I don't need to pursue because they're all dead anyway. They have nowhere to run. It might have been a little bit of a close victory, but I feel like I really didn't have that close of a call there. Reichsguard got another 200 kills. Some of those Free Company militia got a bunch of kills. And the swordsmen and the halberdiers, I guess. Everyone did pretty well. Yeah. Oh, it wasn't a siege. I thought it was. Yeah, that's right, because I intercepted.
Bring me to my men.
Doi.
Ulrich
That's okay.
will.
I'm just gonna auto-resolve this one, because I know I'm gonna stomp this. There we go. Beautiful.
Is it
Karl
time?
got a blue weapon. Nice. We'll go with Fervent. I know later on that's going to be very useful when chaos starts spawning around.
Yes, to unite the provinces. Summon the elector
There we go.
counts. I command here.
And that is for level 10. Alright, so we got 5 more levels to go. Yeah, that's right, they upped the level on that one. Level up that. That's what we want in place of it. Alright. Let us end this turn. Almost united the province of Reichland. I just need to get Eilhart, and then I got it. You can hear the horn from Skarsnik's area. I'll probably be having to deal with him very soon.
Now. To war.
Alright, let's unify this bitch. Oh, Marienburg already was captured. That's sad. I always like getting Marienburg because it's a powerhouse for money generation. Alright. United the province. So, to start off, we're going to go with public order because we have a -10 and we're already at -30. We'll go with blacksmith here.
I am Prince
And very soon I'll be able to
Emperor.
actually start learning stuff in my tech tree. And I'll go with Untainted 2. Alright. 'Alright, 'alright. 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 ' Looks like Skarsnik already has a full army almost. I forgot to recruit again, but that's okay. Gets me more money. And I'm not gonna lie, early game for Empire, you want to take it slow. There's a lot of friends around you, no need to make enemies. Deal with all the things you know are going to be threats, like Skarsnik, for instance. And you're gold. In fact, it might actually be the best idea to not actually take any land around you at all. The best idea might actually be to just go to Austria with a...
spreads far and wide.
Sorry, this guy's talking is distracting me.
Is noted by even the most distant of kings and bestial lords.
Yeah, we got it, dude. But yeah, get a Jesus Christ, a colony over in Austria. That was a wicked brain fart. And Eilhart doesn't need that. Okay. Yes. Recruit for Karl. Get him some horse guys, yeah. There we go, perfect. Karl will be at 20, and then we can actually go and do that quest. These guys are happy with me.
Approach us, friend, and make your offer.
Of course. Who calls?
Welcome, my countrymen. Empire's blessing, yes.
Well, this is actually going pretty good.
Very well.
Yeah, shit.
Absolutely not.
Whatever.
So, by Sigma's will, come in peace.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, the reason why I really want to do this with all these factions is because later on there's going to be a quest over in Nordland to actually be friends with them. So I want to make sure that I got that as early as possible, actually. And I'm really... Yeah, this is Rally Field, so that's going to be rank 3, I think, for one of these, or... Oh, rank 2. Whoops. Whatever. Soon, after I get Blacksmith, which I know there's technology for Blacksmith. The Empire's techs are all based off of their buildings and shit. Yeah, I want to go and deal with that quest, and then I want to go and get rid of Skarsnik. If possible, I want to wait until Skarsnik has eradicated all the dwarfs in these mountains, so I can get the full province. That'll really help me out for late game, having that province right there. The only problem is, then the Wood Elves always want to make war with you, and it's like, fuck you, you fucking tree-hugging pricks. Go and burn down your stupid fucking forest. It's all chaos anyway. Okay. Movement range for all armies. That's good.
Bring me to my men.
Yes, let us make some money. And we'll wait to level that up to 2 for this, actually. I want to get the main settlement up and running.
The Empire.
Then we're gonna move Karl down here, or yeah, like I said, quest. One thing at a time, Snake. One thing at a time. Damn. Just gotta keep recruiting. That's what we're doing right now. Once we got this army recruited, we're gonna start another one in Altdorf. We want to get 2 armies up ASAP. That way we can have a lord getting levels, getting ready for endgame when chaos spawns. Eben von Lichtwitz. So obviously Boris is the best one to confederate with, because then you get another legendary lord. And even if he doesn't really have the stats of a legendary lord, just having another uniquely skinned lord is pretty good. I like having that. Adds variety in the battles and all that. It's beautiful. Lots of work has been put into this game. Reminds me of when I first started playing when there was only 4 factions. This game's a lot better with more factions. I don't want that because I'm actually going to be attacking humans for a while.
Summon the Elector Counts.
Come then. Only Sigma's god, Ulrich, can judge it worthy of.
Okay. He's cool with doing a military alliance, but not a military access. It's kind of funny.
Weak order.
Okay, whatever. We're military allies, but we're definitely not gonna...
Greetings on behalf of the Empire.
Not gonna
now what
do
brings
that.
you here with a sheathed
Military
blade?
access pact. Yeah, fuck you. I'm just gonna declare war on him to gain brownie points. Brownie points with all of my allies. Level up my barracks.
I command here. I see no other option. I am Prince and Emperor.
So if you're wondering about that line where he says, I am Prince and Emperor, he actually was the previous Emperor's son. So he actually was the Prince of the Empire for quite a while. So in the Empire, it's kind of an interesting system. There is actually an elector college of sorts, made up of primarily elector counts is what they're called. And they all own a state, or a province of the Empire, basically. And there's a few provinces. There used to be a lot more, but, you know, things happen. Especially when there's a forest right fucking here called the Drakewald Forest that's comprised of shit tons of beastmen that constantly fuck with Middenheim and Middenland. Okay, so there's an office spot available. So that's what's cool about the Empire, is that we have these offices here for all of my generals. This guy's going to be my treasurer because the treasurer gets me more cash. Gotta like that.
Yes, my lord.
And we're just going to recruit the cheapest units for you. I actually don't want really expensive units for him because he's primarily just going to be a support army. He's not really going to be going off on his own in the early game here. Yeah, the elector counts are pretty cool. There's a shit ton of them. Boris Todbringer up in Middenland is the only skinned one, unfortunately, for this game. My personal favorite is Marius Leitdorf of Averland. He's also known as the Mad Count. He was killed right before End Times during the actual second battle of, or third battle of Blackfire Pass, when Karl brought his men around. You actually get to play that battle in this game, but unfortunately you don't get to see a skinned Marius. You just see, you know, I don't even think they have a named Marius character in that battle, but Marius is a named character in this. He's just the generic general skin, though, which is kind of sad. I really like him. I think he's really cool looking and everything. He's got the big plumes and shit. And he's completely shaved and all that. He's basically kind of flamboyant, they said. But he's like really fucking mad. He takes advice from his favorite advisor and most trusted warhorse, Daisy. And for whatever reason, it usually seems to work out for the better for him. Alright, now we get to play this battle. So when Karl Franz was up for election, he was going against primarily Boris Todbringer was his biggest opponent. There wasn't really any other large names in there that really were opposition to those two. But yeah, Karl kind of just barely beat out Boris, and that caused a huge upheaval in the politics of the Empire for a while. So it caused Karl to kind of have to go and smack some heads together for a while to get the Empire under his control, so that way he could get them producing shit.
Come,
Speech.
men. It seems Todbringer sends his midden wolves across the Reich to test our mettle. He seems to think that since my father's death, Reichland is weak, and we cower under our beds waiting for these Ulrich worshippers to save us from our woes. I say we Reichlanders are more than capable of defending ourselves. I say we show Todbringer's mongrels that Reichlander blood flows through our veins. We face the trespassers deep in the blood pines. Keep your wits, lads, for there is more than Ulrich's dogs in there. My father had to send the Reichsguard in to purge these woods of forest goblin filth more than once during his reign. Yet that is not what we face today. No! Today we send the Elector Count of Middenland a message that it is the House of Franz that protects the borders of Reichland!
Yeah, and you might have heard the name Ulrich thrown around there in that speech. Ulrich is one of the gods of the Empire that was worshipped before Sigmar. Sigmar was the very first empire, or emperor, I'm sorry. Yeah, he was the entire empire himself. Quite a feat. Anyway, so basically Ulrich got ascended to godhood because he was like a tribesman. Kind of, imagine back in ancient Roman times. Basically, there's just a bunch of Germanic tribes hanging out in the lands of the Empire. And what ends up happening is Karl just kind of... Nah, not Karl. God damn it. Sigmar kind of just comes around and knocks some heads together and gets them all to unite under his banner. And because he was able to do that and defend against some waves of chaos and shit that happened immediately afterwards that would have probably spelt the doom for the humans if they had been lesser, or any lesser than themselves. So he kind of just was worshipped after that as a god. But yeah, Ulrich is the old human empire god. So Middenlanders, they worship him primarily. They're the biggest worship of Ulrich, because they're stuck in the old ways. Alright, so we'll pause it really quick so that way I can start the charge. Alright, and with that, that looks pretty good to me. That's one hell of an ambush.
Die, traitor! Don't stop until they're all dead! Run!
So Boris himself didn't come out for this battle. This is basically one of his response armies to Karl getting elected. So this is kind of how Karl dealt with it.
Die, traitor! The gods have abandoned us!
So now they got some reinforcements coming in from way over there. I don't think the reinforcements will be on time, though.
Free company! Yes, sir! Quickly! On moving now! Taking position! Heading out! Move! Take position! Quick march! At speed! For the Warhammer! Free company! Swordsmen! Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Quickly! No lingering! No lingering!
Alright, regroup.
I cannot... Free company!
Shooting at these guys. So Pistoliers are like the lesser nobles. They're kind of like the sons of nobility, the teenagers and shit. They strap them with some light armor, set them atop a horse, and give them a couple of pistols and tell them to go wild. The really good ones, they come back after killing a lot of stuff. The really bad ones, they just kind of get wrecked.
No lingering! Take the ground! Free company! Seeking enemy! Yes, sir! Quickly! Understood! Quick march! Yes, my lord! Formation! March! Swordsmen! By Ulrich's rock! Spread out! Ah! The Emperor will save us! End gunners! I will not stand idle! Moving faster!
Go after their general, Karl. Another thing that I might not have mentioned was that Karl is what's known as a duelist, which means he's great 1v1. And that guy's also getting shot. That always helps. Alright, Karl, time for you to take your healing potion.
The Empire endures! Charge! War! To arms! Free company! Shoot them! Militia! All ranks, fire! Free company! Death to the enemy!
Alright, they're all pretty much running now. That's right. You go tell Boris. Let him know. He ain't got no rights to this land. "34 losses out of 2,041 men. I don't think I could ever recover, man. I think that's GG. I think I'm dead. Oh, fuck. Seriously, no one took an insane amount of damage. That's pretty damn good. Pretty much slaughtered that one. Damn, Karl! Alright, let us... Well, since we didn't really have a lot of losses, I'm just gonna go ahead and pardon them. Give me that money.
Moving off.
Yeah, these guys don't come back. It's just a quest battle. Oh yeah, now I got this guy. So this guy, normally you might go, alright, he's got a mage. He's going to use that mage for stuff. I am going to use that mage for stuff, but it's probably not what you expect. I'm actually going to go and have him get to Lothran, so that way I can find me a bunch of allies. Because trust me when I say, I am going to want to have as many of those as possible.
I command here, as is my right by Sigmar's crown. My orders are to move.
You guys conquering anything? No, you are not. Alright. I wonder... Okay, so Bretonnia did take over the the orcs that were over here, not dwarfs. So that's Grunberg. I like paved roads on Grunberg.
Bring me to my men.
Irrepressible. That's another good thing about it, is that way Karl actually regens his army a hell of a lot faster too. Oh, I should have recruited for him. Oh well. 1,200 gold coins per turn doesn't lie. I love it.
I will hear what you have to say.
Hochland. Hochland wants a non-aggression pact, but I don't want a non-aggression pact with them because that might ruin my relationship with Boris. Oh, Marienburg. Looks like Boris doesn't want to be conquered by Marienburg. All he's got is swordsmen, though. That's not a very good army if it's only got swordsmen.
Prince and Emperor. I see no other option. Move!
We'll go right there.
Praise Sigmar.
Okay, so this is going to pop up next turn. Actually, I'm not going to recruit shit, I don't think. Or actually...
The Empire!
How much are these guys? Yeah, I can afford them.
It is for the best.
Fuck it. Okay. No. Alright. Yes, go and explore. Tell me all of their secrets. There we go. Now Skarsnik's moving out. Bordaloo has been encountered. I know they're probably not going to be too friendly at first, but over time, especially when chaos starts spawning, They're gonna buddy up to me real quick. Oh, I don't like where he's going. I know exactly where I'm moving Karl now. Well, good old Boris is about to conquer that little piece of land. The Wasteland. It used to be known as Westerland. However, it seceded from the Empire, actually. And so, out of jealousy and anger, the rest of the Elector Counts started calling it the Wasteland. Because it had Marienburg to power it as an economic powerhouse. Marienburg being the largest port city in all of the Empire. Well, Altdorf is the biggest city, and it's technically a port, but I mean, Marienburg has the biggest harbor. Yeah, might as well grant the request, get 3,000 more gold, get a bunch of chaos corruption, unfortunately, but at the same time, gold!
They will obey.
It is time.
Is it, though? Is it time? Alright. Like to see that guy try to take that settlement now.
Speak. I will hear you now.
Fuck you,
Be warned, my
Skarsnik.
mood is dark.
Oh. Well, I guess that wasn't exactly what I was expecting. I thought he was going to be all like, war! Especially since he was at negative 27 and all. Remember last game when I'm like positive 300 with the Wood Elves and they wouldn't even make peace with me? Good times. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Crazy. Did he just lose? Well, Boris didn't.
I am Karl Franz. Many call me Emperor.
Yeah, sure, that sounds good. Military alliance with Talabecland. Known for having a giant city as their capital called Talabheim. Talabheim is right in the direct center of a huge crater. And it uses the crater, it built up walls around the crater too, so it's just this huge defensive fortress. And it's kind of like a city-state in its own right, because it's actually so big that the city doesn't actually cover the whole crater, and they actually have a shit ton of farmland inside of it too. So it's actually self-sustaining. So if you ever siege Talabheim, you're pretty much waiting for ever. Wow, I can't believe that Grunberg was or Caroburg was able to hold that off. It's not even that big of a garrison either.
Yes. So,
Well, Karl, time to get back to your post. Level that city up now that that's going to 3. Alright. My bright wizards all traveling around, exploring for me.
hail to Leoncourt. How can the Empire aid you in such evil times?
Military access. Yeah, I guess. We could do that. Not gonna lie, I really hope that you get conquered by Nosca. That way I can actually conquer you. Oh hey, look, who's willing to actually pay for the access? That's right, now you're paying me for it. You could have had it for free not too long ago.
Von Karstein sends his minions to threaten
the Red Duke. War. Oh, no. I was expecting war. The Red Duke is over in Musalon. He's, well, he didn't really have that much lore in the actual Warhammer universe, I don't think. He didn't actually ever own Musalon, I don't believe. He had like another dukedom that he reigned over, but it wasn't Musalon. I can't remember what it was. It's been a while since I like read up on it. Alright, bitchin'.
Summon the Elector Counts.
Karl is ready to take that since they took Karak, whatever. Norn.
By the comet.
This'll be mine.
Fight for our nation. Raise your weapons.
That's right, goblin filth. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. My city now.
I command here.
And lightning strike. Bitchin'. So after that, this guy can finally actually start getting more army. Oh hey, I can recruit these guys. Very good. Let's also get some of you. Alright. Intercepted that dude. What were you even trying to do? I'll just murder him. I hate greenskins. They're a pain in the ass. I hated them a lot more before. Oh no. No! Beastmen! They ignored all these other factions to come at me. Oh, Karak Zorn. Are you guys gonna be my homies? All the Skaven clans are still up. I wish they were as scary as they were in, like, lore. In this game, they're not that scary, actually. Okay, defensive or whatever alliance with Nordland. I actually have been working with them, so
What?
maybe they might be willing.
Welcome, my countrymen. I will not obey.
Okay, even though you're going to do that, I'm going to give you a payment.
Empire's blessing, yes.
There you go. The saucy bard.
I serve no master.
Dude, whatever.
The pace.
I serve no master. What are my orders? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Move.
Turns out you do serve a master, huh? Okay, this is a very difficult situation I have found myself in all of a sudden.
This will bolster the nation.
2 6-stacks, so they're not that big, but they're bigger than what I have stationed at Helmgart, probably. Not really. I got 12. Huh. I don't think I'm gonna win, but I mean, it's not gonna be like I'm rolling over and dying.
In the name of Magnus.
Oh, hey, well then. Never mind, we're good. What are you guys gonna do? Perfect. Anyway, guys, I'm noticing the time right now. I'm seeing that it's my usual cutoff time for campaigns, so I'm gonna call it here. I do hope you enjoyed watching me play some Empire in this Mortal Empires campaign. I do hope to be back soon. Do take care now, and I'll see you all again soon, hopefully. Peace.